This is Rally Rewind, where we slide sideways through the greatest stories in rally history. And today, we're going flat out into the chaos, glory, and madness that was Lancia in the WRC. Lancia. The name alone sounds fast. Italian, exotic, a little unhinged, just like their cars. Founded in 1906, Lancia started off building road cars that were beautiful, complicated, and usually way ahead of their time. But in the 1970s, Lancia decided to go rallying. They didn't just show up, they kicked the door in. Enter the Fulvia. Front-wheel drive, underpowered, but plucky. It won Lancia the 1972 International Championship for manufacturers in the pre-WRC days. Then came the Stratos. Oh yes, the first purpose-built rally car, not based on a road car, not modified. It's just designed to win. Mid-engine, V6 Ferrari heart, short wheelbase, it was twitchy, terrifying and utterly iconic. Between 1974 and 1976, the Stratos won 3 straight WRC Constructors titles. It was loud, lethal, and absolutely legendary. Driving it was like trying to ride a tiger on ice skates, but if you could survive it, you were unstoppable. In the early 80s, Group B came in like a wrecking ball. Turbocharged monsters, no rules, maximum danger. Lancia rode up with the 037, rear-wheel drive in a class full of four-wheel drive cars. Everyone laughed, but in 1983, Lancia laughed last. Thanks to raw speed, perfect tarmac grip, and some daring driving, the 037 beat the Audi Quattro to the championship. It was the last, and probably will always be the last rear-wheel drive car to win the WRC. It was David versus Goliath. If David was Italian, slightly unstable, and loved revving to 8,000 RPM. Now, if the 037 was wild, the Delta S4 was a full-blown monster. This thing was twin-charged. Not just turbocharged, but supercharged and turbocharged. Why? Because Group B said, why not? Went from 0 to 100 in under 3 seconds on the gravel in the 80s. It made over 500 horsepower in race trim, unofficially more like 600 in some trims. The boost came on like an explosion. The S4 didn't accelerate, it detonated. But with all that speed came tragedy, and in 1986, Henry Toivonen and co-driver Sergio Cresto were killed in a Delta S4 during the crash in the Tour de Corse. The car exploded into flames. There were no survivors. It was at that moment that Group B ended. The FIA shut it down by the end of the year. The Delta S4, brilliant, terrifying and short-lived, became a symbol of both Group B's peak and its end. After Group B was banned, Lancia didn't slow down, they just got smarter. Enter the Delta HF four-wheel drive, and later Integrale. Four-wheel drive, turbocharged, boxy, brutal and brilliant. From 1987 to 1992, Lancia won 6 consecutive WRC Constructors titles. 6 of them. The most dominant run in rally history. It wasn't just about power anymore, it was about reliability, handling and clever engineering. And a whole army of madmen in the Martini overalls pushing the limits. IS4. By the early 90s, Lancia was done with rallying. Their factory team was gone, the Delta was aging, the money dried up, and so Lancia just left. No farewell tour, no final hurrah, just silence and an empty service park. Okay, so Lancia's gone from the WRC. The service tents, packed. The Martini liveries, faded. The Integrales, collector's items rather than grapple monsters. But here's the thing, Lancia never really left. Their cars, they're still everywhere. In video games, sim rigs, coffee table books, and in our dreams. They're icons. Every single one. Lancia doesn't have fans, it has believers. People who speak of the 037 in hushed, reverent tones. People who would sell their kidneys to drive a Delta S4, despite knowing it might actually kill them. People who hear the words Group B and immediately picture a Stratos screaming through a forest like a rally banshee. Rally fans, we don't forget. And Lancia, they gave us memories we will never shut up about. Just think about what they achieved. They were the first to build a car just for rallying, the Stratos. The last to win a WRC title with rear-wheel drive, the 037. The team that made Group B both amazing and terrifying with the Delta S4, and then the only brand to win 6 championships in a row with the Delta Integrale. That's innovation, that's domination. That's a team that went all in, all the time. But beyond the stats and the silverware, what made Lancia matter was their attitude. They didn't play it safe. They built cars that looked like concept art. They used Ferrari engines, twin chargers, giant spoilers, and massive boosts. And when you watch a Delta charge through a stage, even today, it doesn't even look outdated. It looks angry, like it still wants to win. Even in the sim game, you can feel it. That edge, that history, that madness. That's why Lancia's legacy has aged like Final 1 and a Turbo 1. Because while other brands chase points, Lancia chased glory. They didn't just build fast cars, they built fast legends. In a way, they represent everything that made rallying great, and it still does. Courage over caution, creativity over convention, drama over data. And that's why, even now, decades later, Lancia still holds more WRC constructor titles than anyone else. More than Subaru, more than Ford, more than Toyota, more than anyone. So the next time you boot up your rally sim, pick that dusty old Lancia from the car list. Drive it like they did, flat out, slightly sideways, with just a hint of Italian madness. Because when you do, you're not just driving a car, you're keeping a legend alive. This was Rally Rewind, guys. If this one's fired up that nostalgia turbo, give it a like, hit subscribe, and let us know which Lancia would you take on rally stage if you just had one go. Stratos, S4, Integrale, or all the above. Until next time, stay sideways.